Hey guys, it's Deandra Black, founder and CEO of Black Label Society, where I handcraft skincare, hair care, candles, all that good stuff. I'm currently in the pre-launch phase of my business, and I just wanted to make this video to share 5 things that I learned as a new business owner during my pre-launch. For my business, I'm going to be an e-commerce seller. So the niche industry that I am in, skincare, hair care, and candles, but any of this information can be transferable across any industry really. So hopefully you learned something. Number 1, learning your raw materials. As an owner of a skincare company, I am now a cosmetic formulator by default, right? So I really do have to spend the time to learn my raw materials. So my oils, butters, emulsify. When I first jumped into buying up all my raw materials, I bought a lot. I bought too much. For example, I bought a gallon of hemp seed oil, not knowing that hemp seed oil is one of those oils out of all of the oils that have a pretty short shelf life. I didn't realize that. I didn't use hemp seed oil in such a large quantity to use up that whole gallon because it does give off a really strong scent. So my percentage of hemp seed oil anyway is fairly low. You absolutely want to make sure that you're checking the shelf life of everything that you see online. If it's not there, email the supplier, create that relationship with the vendor. Here's a tip though, if you have a lot of oils on hand that are about to expire, something that you could do with them, because I had gallons of almost every single oil, gallons, and I still didn't finish it. It's just make cold processed soap with those near expired oils, and the reason why that works is because it turns all of the materials that you use to make it into a whole new output, which is soap, and it never goes back to its original form. So you're actually making a new material out of your near expired oils. So try that out. My point is to get to know the shelf life, get to know the melting points of your oils and butters, get to know the fatty acid profiles of the ingredients that you're using, right? Because you want to be an expert. I don't know about you, but I want to know what I'm talking about. So I did a deep dive into all of this research. That brings me to my next point, research and patience. I officially filed my business March of 2022. So right now it's April of 2023. It's been a year and 1 month since I've officially been an entity, an LLC. A lot of that time was spent doing research. I filed in March. I would have loved to launch before Christmas time. Black Friday came around. I was like, ooh, I'm not ready. Thanksgiving, ooh, I'm not ready. Christmas, ooh, I'm not ready. New Year's, ooh, I'm not ready. Black History Month, I'm not ready. It's a lot of research and studying and stability testing. This process, at least for me, it really cannot be rushed. And that's something that I need to continue to understand. I'm not perfect, right? But I'm just giving advice. Do your research, and the research is gonna take time. You can't rush it. At least for me, I threw myself into buying up all of the raw materials for a skincare business, a hair care business, and a candle business. I'll tell you how much money I spent in my startup cost soon, but yeah, just putting that out there. My point is that there's a lot to learn. Also too, know your regulations. Know the differences in regulations between the borders of the United States and everywhere else, because we're really not regulated here. Just this industry alone, of this cosmetic industry, it's poorly regulated. The restrictions that we have in products that we can use, the state of California has restrictions, but everywhere else within the US borders, it's kind of like a free-for-all, and that goes with the claims that you can make and everything. So being a responsible business owner, we want to make sure that we are following the regulations. Even if we're not following the regulations of the US because it's trash, we maybe can reference what they're doing over in Europe or down below, eh? Sorry, was that corny? That was supposed to be Australia. Topic number 3, money. Raising capital for anything takes work. Personally, I self-funded the startup costs of my business, didn't do any loans, I pay with my credit card every month. What I did was I went and got a part-time job, and every single dime that I made from that part-time job, I put it directly into my business. And whatever that amount was, I matched it. I ended up putting up more money than what I made from my part-time job, because this is like my baby, this business. If I have the number of my startup costs, it's in the thousands, for sure. Less than 10,000, less than 10,000. I'm not even gonna say the number out loud, but I spent some money. So yeah, I'm definitely filing a loss for my business. I'm actually learning now that all of the millionaires operate in debt, but they have assets that they can borrow against, but they don't have any actual money. The reason why I invested as much money as I did is because I put it towards hair care, skincare, and candles. Yes, some of those raw materials. Oh, and also soap, cold processed soap. So for example, for soap, yes, the oils I use for soap, I could also use for hair care and skincare, but I can't use for candles. Yes, the wax I use and the fragrance I use is for candles, but it doesn't perform that well or can't be used on the skin. I allocated my funds across all of my different interests, which maybe might not be the best thing because I have nothing off the ground. I don't even know, I haven't even made a sale yet. And you know how much money I put towards my business? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get this right. I wonder if you guys could guess what my biggest expense was so far? Okay, I'll tell you. Custom boxes. Thousands of dollars on custom boxes. So I might as well show you guys what it looks like. Here is one. I got two, and I'll show you guys. Boom. My logo, Black Label Society, the beauty of creating space. And I don't want to show you the inside of the box, but this is one of the two sizes. These are so pretty now that I am showing it. I'm pretty proud of these. I'll just show you one. Here is what my baby looks like, Black Label Society. I'm launching my skincare collection first. I'm starting with two products. I don't want to go off on a tangent too much into that. You could go on my website down below, blacklabelsociety.com, to check out more information on my TikTok, on my Instagram. But I'm proud of my baby and I should be launching. Once I get this packaging and pricing and website together, then I'll be ready. My point is, I'm gonna have to make all this money back one way or another, right? The whole point of being in business is to make a profit. There's a difference between profit and revenue. There's a difference between profit margins and profit markup. Cost of goods sold, knowing the price per gram, price per ounce, price per unit that it costs to make one item. You have to get all of these things together. This is all around the topic of money. To be able to make that money back that you're spending, you gotta price it properly and collect the right amount of money to not only break even and pay your bills and pay yourself, but also too to make money to invest back into your business. It's a lot. It could end up being a lot. You know? I know. You know? I know. Okay, I have two more sections. Speaking on it being a lot, stress is inevitable. It's best to prepare for it, manage it, and keep moving forward. My advice that I had to take for myself in this pre-launch phase that I'm in my business is to be efficient with my time. Because there's so much to focus on, I have to not wear all the hats just because I can. There's always something out there that someone else can do better than you. So know when to outsource something so that someone else can give you better results than if you were to do it yourself. To that point, it's okay to ask for help. Let me say it again. It's okay to ask for help. It's all right. Some of the learning curves that I have come across: writing copy, building a website, making cold processed soap, solubilizing water extracts in an anhydrous formulation, having a beautiful silky creamy top on a candle, not having sinkholes in a candle, designing and printing labels. There are tons of learning curves, at least for me. I'm learning every day, and I'm also outsourcing more often than I initially thought I was going to. But it's not a bad thing. The last and final point that I want to make for all of you entrepreneurs out there: nobody gives a shit until you make them. Even if you do make them, they still might not give a shit. I have to make people care. I have to make people care, give them a reason to care. That really begins with talking about it, putting the word out, getting it out there, pressing the record button, sharing what you're doing with the world. So even though for me, I'm not completely launched yet, I honestly should have put this video out, but I'm just trying to put more content out. The main place where I post my content is on TikTok, which trying to reel that back in because we might not have TikTok in a month or so. So who knows what's gonna happen with that. It's like I'm constantly reminded how much of an OG YouTube is. So I would say go on YouTube and share what you're doing. I'm gonna start to do that myself and take my own advice. But today I just wanted to share 5, maybe not quick examples of things that I've learned starting my skincare journey thus far. It's been a year and a month since I launched, or since I officially filed my LLC. I am looking to launch. I don't even want to put a date on it. I'm not even going to put a date on it. That's a bonus tip. You're putting your own deadlines on yourself. Like, yes, there's an Uncle Sam deadline. Yes, after a year after filing your LLC, Uncle Sam's going to want to see some income. But yeah, hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Again, my name is Deandra Black. I am launching my own handmade skincare artisan brand specifically for my melanated brothers and sisters out there. Yes, everyone else can indulge in my creations, but they are specifically formulated for the unique needs of melanated skin. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Bye.